This is your favorite curator, digital collectible curator. And you know what, guys? Like, since we are in the midst of basically um giving my unasked for opinion anyways, right? I kind of decided there's a elephant in the room who I kind of want to dish it out to as well. Magic Eden, right? I mean, like Magic Eden, kind of notorious these days, right? Let's just call a spade a spade. What happened recently is that Magic Eden basically sunset like all of the EVM activities, all of the Bitcoin activities, all of um the multi-chain activities essentially, right? Like they also halted, I believe, or they announced halting support for their multi-chain wallet, which should come sometime soon. And you know what, I kind of feel like there let's discuss a few things, right? Because in the meantime, while they said that they are refocusing on Solana, um, I believe they've been like more so like refocusing on GambleFi. Let's just call a spade, folks. So, herewith, the big one. 6 things Magic Eden must do to level up Solana NFTs. The big question, right? Why? Because you know what? If you guys are telling us, the Solana NFT ecosystem, that you're doubling down on Solana NFTs, then let's make the most out of it, right? Let's make it to where we would actually like create some kind of an opportunity to attract more users, right? I think this is very much more a opportunity to like actually refocus and not really like use this as an excuse to just double down on GambleFi, to where you already have like quite the big target audience of people or like individuals who are more likely to gamble on your infrastructure than actually deal, interact, and just like live NFTs, right? At the end of the day, we are NFT enthusiasts. We're not aspiring gamblers. And that's just kind of like the truth to it. So let's just like move on. Boom. Solana NFTs, more so than refocusing on GambleFi, right? What I think you guys should do, and whoosh, get to work, stop extracting at the end of the day, right? I think like people love like the GambleFi a little bit, right? But more than anything, expand equally, if not more, on like the NFT infrastructure, right? Like if you guys are saying that you're going to refocus and like make Solana a better place at the end of the day, then do it, right? Bring more exposure to NFTs by whatever means necessary, right? Use this opportunity to actually like shine a light on Solana NFTs and like show your audience why you chose for Solana NFTs, right? GambleFi extracts. Let's just call it like it is. So what are we doing here? Are we like contributing, or are we extracting, right? NFTs would enable network effects, right? Right now, like we're still in like the bear market, right? Arguably in like the depression stage, but like we all know what is going to come within the depression stage. So why not make sure that by the time, not if, but when more people will like enter the market, they all know where to go to. Solana NFTs on Magic Eden, right? Solana NFTs will drive new users at the end of the day. And I'm sure that gamblers are as well. But you know what? For the love of God, right? I'm not using you guys to gamble on. And that's just kind of what it is. It's a nice to have, right? But again, like I think it's kind of like you're kind of missing the point when you're just like extracting from like a specific group um more than just like serving the purpose of being an NFT exchange. Boom. Next one. Highlight blue chip projects, right? Story tell about the lore. What makes like a blue chip project a blue chip project? You guys seem to be fond of Klenos. You seem to be fond of DGOT. You seem to be fond of SMB, Matlats, famous foxes. Educate collectors, right? Elaborate on why these are the ones you would see as a blue chip project, right? Do it better and like make content with blue chip projects, right? We can all kind of win here, right? At the end of the day, you guys are most happy if new players in the market would actually just like enter like these ecosystems which are not predatory and which are like the blue chips within this ecosystem, right? Preach the gospel, right? Why would you do this? You're going to help new collectors navigate. You're going to establish authority because like you are the ones who are deciding for yourself who are worthy of like the quote unquote blue chip status. You will actually like create goodwill with your audience, right? I mean, like it's no secret that people don't really like the double down on like Gamblefy and like the reduction on NFT infrastructure. Now, like if you're going to reduce anyways, right? Improve the things which we're left with. It says like biggest current volume. I am not sure what I meant with that, but I think like I'm quite sure that I actually got like the message across. Next, spotlight new projects. This is super important, right? We want new NFT projects to launch on Solana and we want them to be good, right? So have interviews, host spaces, create YouTube videos with for promotions, whatever. If you guys are going to enjoy like the volume of like people trading their favorite NFTs on your platform, give back, shine a spotlight on these things, right? Why? This way, you could actually like educate your audience on the fact that hey, NFTs are not dead. Speculators have just left, but there's still like a good chunk of collectors left, right? Contribute to hype for a launch, right? Like if just imagine like if you guys would actually vet like a good project, right? You can contribute here, right? Isn't that kind of what doubling down on Solana NFTs would look like? Plus, you would actually cause or you would contribute to more volume in these new projects and the new collections. Plus, like me as like an investor or like investor, a collector at the end of the day, I would be highly, highly, highly interested in which NFT projects you would find like good enough to highlight to begin with, right? If you're going to implement Gamify anyways, right? For example, WonderPick. I think you guys should improve upon the vetting process of the Gamify, right? And why is that? Some of the projects listed there, right, or like the projects you can win through WonderPick, they're shit. Let's just call it like it is. Some of them have zero to none liquidity. Some of them are barely traded, right? Some of them have websites which are just like sending you to a maleficent, I mean, like not maleficent, but just like some shitcoin website, Bossdon or Dumb Boss, for example. So what you should do is implement minimum activity requirements. Implement to where you would actually like have decent liquidity, right? Make it to where new, like if I would win an NFT, I would have like access to this amazing community of like individuals who are preaching the gospel of like whatever NFT brand they're preaching. Have like a healthy mix of like all their new projects, but make it to where like they'll be like good enough to actually be selected for this, right? And elaborate why they were included to begin with, right? Like it can be like you can make it to where it will be like a status kind of thing to be like, hey, like guys, like we got selected to be included for WonderPick, right? Why some of the collections are dead, right? I think like I've seen like some collections which did like what, like quite literally like 4 transactions in total, or like just a handful of transactions in like the past month. And I know like it's bear market, but like come on. Some with horrible liquidity, right? Like some have like the just like shit liquidity to begin with. It's a missed opportunity to highlight NFTs, which would be good enough, right? And this would also be like, this would like result in like improved trust from your users. Now, I do get the counter arguments, right? To where it's like, well, you could actually select like your minimum payout, which would not be depending on your liquidity. Folks, like if we're doing that, and that would actually be the argument, right? What is the point of being an NFT exchange to begin with? If it's just betting infrastructure on Solana, so be it. But other than that, use this to uplift NFTs, like contribute. Host communities events, which would actually like drive action. Make it like physical or digital events, right? Like you can have like digital quests, etc., etc. Make it like cross community collabs, right? Do something to where you would actually contribute to like the liveliness of like your ecosystem you have, more than just like people either partake in extracting whatever, right? So why you would improve the Solana NFT community, turn your holders into participants, right? Increase your customer retention, and like this way you could actually like create some kind of a belonging, right? Like people would actually feel some sense of community with Solana NFTs through your events, right? Which would not be like chained to only like 1 or 2 NFT brands to begin with, right? Plus, you would actually give like the communities a way to like showcase or participate, right? You guys, I mean, like we're talking top down here, right? You guys got to step it up. Let's just call it like it is. And last but not least, educate collectors. Educate on green flags. Educate on red flags, right? What makes a project a good project? What makes a bad project, right? Learn people how to basically spot like strong communities. Learn people about like the Easter eggs in the art, right? This would actually like lower the threshold for like new participants. It would like you would actually get like a better quality of demand here, right? Again, like there's some ship to your projects, and I don't think they should be traded at all. Why? Like, of course, like anyone can just like collect art for the sake of it if they want to, right? But like more than anything, why not educate collectors on great art and great communities, right? Plus, you would actually accelerate the pace of like collectors would be like stepping into like this ecosystem, because like essentially it would be easier to get a knack of what is a good like a good asset to collect. Anyways, I mean, like guys, like that's it for now, and I think like this is just the beginning, right? Like I think Magic Eden does have like a few things to improve upon, right? Like if you guys are saying that you're gonna double down on Solana NFTs, then do it. Do the refocusing, right? Bring us more, bring us better. Instead of just reducing. I get it, right? There will be like things playing behind the scenes, right? But fact is, no matter how you look at it, then make Solana NFTs better. Let me know in the comments, right? Like whether you agree or disagree. If there are any points I missed, let me know. Like, subscribe, and I will see you at the next one. Cheers.